Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kami and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark. I want to welcome you guys to my channel. I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2021 and I believe I'm sitting right at 280. So if you like Poshmark or reselling type content like thrift hauls, what sold videos, and tips and trick videos, make sure to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification. And today we're going to go over what sold for the end of April because I only did one what sold video at the beginning of the month, and go over my final numbers, but we're doing it a little bit differently today. So I think I only did a one what sold video for like the first 9 days of April. We are getting ready to move in 2 days, and so April just kind of did not go according to plan. So I thought I would do the end of month numbers a little bit differently. I'm going to go over my top 10 sales as far as what they sold for, and I'm going to show you guys those items. I think April definitely started off really slow for me, but I did end up having a pretty decent month. And so I wanted to show you just some of the top sales, just because I didn't want to go over 3 whole weeks in one video. Hopefully in May, once we get settled at my mom's house, we will be able to have a space that I can do videos. So you might see in the next few videos a different type of background. But this may be a short, sweet, simple video, but that's all the time I have time for right now because yeah, we definitely need to start packing. All right, so some of these items you may have seen in the first sales what sold video in April, but if not, I will have the picture right here so that way you can see what the item looked like. So we're gonna go with number 10, which was this torrid black chalice strapless maxi dress. Super cute. I actually tried it on myself because it was my size, but I didn't really like the way that the strapless looked on me, so I decided to list it. I sold it for $27, and my cost of goods was a little bit high. It was $7 at a garage sale. At this particular garage sale, she had 4 or 5 dresses and she gave me a deal on all of them, but it equaled out to about $7 per item. So my profit ended up being $14.60, but it was a really quick flip. It sold in 18 days, and I think those strapless type dresses are definitely selling, and maxi dresses are also a trend right now. Number 9 was this pair of Athleta Blue Metro high-waisted leggings. These also sold for $27, but I did give a $1.50 shipping discount. I tried to only give the $1.50 shipping discount just because I hate paying for somebody else's shipping, but I understand the price of shipping on Poshmark is a little bit high, so I do like to offer the $1.50 shipping discount. My cost of goods on this pair of leggings was $3.99. I got it at some thrift store. It wasn't a Goodwill and it wasn't Salvation Army. I don't remember where I got it, but I got it somewhere. My profit ended up being $16.11. And it only took 51 days to sell, so right within 2 months. Number 8 was this pair of Zaya or Zaya. I'm still not sure how to pronounce it, but it is a multi-level marketing athletic wear brand. It sold really quickly for me. It was this pair of active wear black cropped leggings. They sold for $28. My cost of goods was $5.99 at Goodwill. My profit ended up being $16.41, and it sold in 12 days, so only took about 2 weeks to sell. I did have, I believe, one other item by this brand, and it also sold relatively quickly. Number 7 actually really surprised me with how quickly it sold. It was this pair of Birkenstock brown strap sandals. Now, Birkenstocks have sold really quickly for me in the past. However, I was expecting this one to take a little bit longer to sell because it was actually a size European 35, which was around a 5 to 5.5. So it was like the smallest size you can put on Poshmark for women's shoes, but it sold for $28. My cost of goods was an average of 96 cents at a garage sale. And so my profit was $21.44, and it only took 8 days to sell. So like I said, I was really surprised that it took so little time, but definitely be on the lookout for just smaller sizes in those good shoe brands. Number 6 was this pair of Lucky Brand Racia, which was the style name, brown sandals. They sold for $29. I did also provide a shipping discount of $1.50 on these. My cost of goods was $3.99, and I purchased them in a thrift store in Atlanta, which we visited a few months ago and did some thrifting while we were there. My profit ended up being $17.71, and it took 18 days to sell. Number 5 was this pair of silver jeans. They were the Francis style name, and they were a plus size. They sold for $30. My cost of goods was $1.32 at the Goodwill outlet or the bins where I pay by the pound. And so my profit ended up being $22.68, and it took 38 days to sell. Number 4 was actually an item that I had purchased, kind of retail arbitrage. I purchased it at Ross when it was on clearance. However, I actually purchased it for my husband, but he ended up not wanting it, so I did decide to go ahead and list it. It was this Nike men's black training jacket. It still had the Nike tags and everything on it. It was a plus size. I believe it was a 3 or a 4X. I sold it for $35. My cost of goods, I attributed 0 because my husband did keep it for a little bit in his closet before deciding he just wasn't going to wear it. So I just didn't put a cost of goods associated with it. So my profit ended up being $28, and it sold in 8 days. I've actually had really good luck with men's plus size. I will say I think it's a little odd that on Poshmark, the women's determined sizing goes up to a 5X. However, the men's only goes up to a 3X. And I found plenty of stuff in a 4X, maybe even a 5X in men's, but it's not while I'm out thrifting, but it's not like a set size on Poshmark. So I don't know if they're looking to change that at all, but that would be one suggestion I would make to them to make it a little bit more accessible for someone who is a bigger size, a man, for searching for clothing. Number 3 was this Lululemon men's teal blue polo, and it sold for $35, my full asking price. My cost of goods was $5.99 at Salvation Army. My husband actually found this when he was looking for him some polos there. It sold in 0 days, so it sold very quickly. It sold the same day that I listed it, and my profit ended up being $22.01. Number 2 was a little bit of an outlier. If you notice, most of these items sold at least 2 months or under, but this one was took a little bit longer to sell. I did relist it a few times. It was this torrid brown military type jacket. It sold for $35, which was my asking price at that time. So my cost of goods was only $2.25 at a garage sale. And my profit ended up being $25.75, but it took 167 days to sell. And finally, coming in at number 1 was a brand that I love to find. I've only found a few pieces, but they've all sold really quickly for me. And it was this cool brown full zip jacket. It was a men's jacket, and it actually had a zipper around the collar, and you could stuff the hood inside that zipper and it would become a hoodless jacket. I was actually at the bins, and this was just laying on top. I spotted it, I grabbed it, and I could tell that it was a really good quality jacket. I didn't know at the time if it was men's or women's, but it did end up being men's. It sold for $70. I did provide a $2.46 shipping discount, but my cost of goods was only 79 cents at the bins. So my profit ended up being $52.75, and it took 25 days to sell. I'm going to link down below a recent What Sold video from Becky Park here on Poshmark. She is a part-time reseller as well, and she actually has been finding cool items, retail arbitrage on clearance, and has been able to sell a lot of those. So I'm going to link that down below in case you want to go and check her video out. But it's definitely a brand. It's like a good outdoor type brand. I personally have had luck in their pants and then also this jacket. So in total for April, I sold 92 items. My gross sales was $1,622. That means my average sale price was about $17.63 per item, but the important number is the net profit, which is after any shipping discounts and any cost of goods that I had from those items. So my net profit ended up being $1,048.25. So again, I did hit over $1,000 this month. This will be the 3rd month of the year that I've hit over $1,000 net. And as many of you know, if you watched my video from January and from March, were the other 2 months that I made over $1,000 net profit. My goal, or one of my goals for 2021, was to hit over 1,000 net profit for at least 1 month. I definitely underestimated that. I don't have really a new goal set, but that's definitely kind of my goal for each month now at this point. So my average profit per item was $11.39. I definitely sold a few less items this month than I did the prior month, but again, April just kind of, I don't know, went past really quickly and it didn't go like I expected, but I still made a really good amount of profit. And I think May will go really well. We are moving at the very beginning of May, so I'm hoping to be able to do a lot more sourcing. And I have a goal each month right now set of how many items I want to list. I've always thought and heard the saying of however many items you list per day is how many items you want to sell per day. And I definitely have seen that in March's What Sold video, which I'll list somewhere up here if you want to go and check it out. I did mention that one of the biggest reasons I sold so much was because I was consistently listing. I didn't share as much in March, and I was listing consistently in April, but definitely not as much as I listed in March. So I'm hoping to ramp that up here in May. I hope you guys had a really good April. As far as sales and just in general, things have been a little difficult and frustrating for me in personal life. We've had a few delays with our new home being built, but we're getting past it. I'm coming to terms with things. I don't handle a lot of change very well, so it's just something personal that I've been going through, which I think has affected reselling. So we're hoping for a better outlook for May, which would hopefully turn into a better sales month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up on your way out, and I will see you in my next one.